free.
You're listening to Screen Break with Martin Kelner and Will Buckley.
Well, the excitement of it, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new Christmas special Screen Break. Fantastic. I'm joined by the one and only media commentator, tech entrepreneur, bingo star, Bingo King, and he was there right at the start of Fighting Talk legend, for those of you who enjoy that on BBC 5 Live. And the person I'm talking about, of course, is the one and only Will Buckley.
Hello, Martin. How are you? It's been a while.
Fine. Yes, it has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Which I put down mainly to yourself, because you're looking for a property at the moment.
I am indeed, yeah.
In Camden Town for less than £1 million?
Well, it's one way of... I mean, that's not untrue. It could be Camden Town, and it's certainly going to be less than £1 million. But other than that...
You could go south of the river, and you could probably get something within your budget, but you're very keen to stay north of the river.
The children live north of the river.
Right. Well, one's in Sheffield, isn't he?
No, he's in London now. He's in London for...
I was going to say Sheffield is north of the river, but that's sort of stretching it a wee bit.
It is.
Yeah.
Even the most ambitious estate agent wouldn't be playing that card, I don't think.
No. So, what is Christmas like for you? Before we get into what we've been watching, is it a big family Christmas?
I really don't want to talk about Christmas.
All right. Let's not talk about Christmas. I'll tell you what I'm talking about Christmas.
Just as a general life... a bit of social etiquette, Martin, although it's a bit long in the day for you to be talking about that.
Fair enough.
If you're learning that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
People who are going through divorces don't tend to like to talk about their Christmas arrangements.
I understand. Well, it can be just as hairy for those of us who are...
What's the Kelner Christmas? Let's focus on that.
Well, my daughter is coming over from Los Angeles, my
fantastic.
more famous daughter, which would be fantastic to have her home with us.
Is she going to live broadcast from Wakefield?
No, she has done before, using this technology, actually.
She's done the Kelner Family Christmas live on Sky News. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
With breaking news alerts. Oh, Martin's going for the anecdote. Here it comes. And he's retired to his room.
I'm micro-retired, actually. That is now one of the words of the year, micro-retirement.
What the hell is micro-retirement?
Micro-retirement is people like myself who've outlived their pension. So, in actual fact, they need to sort of just micro-retire. But like every other bugger in the world, I'm doing a podcast.
So you've outlived your pension?
I've outlived my pension. If I'd known I was going to live this long, I'd have taken more precaution.
So micro-retirement is the opposite of going big or going home, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose macro-retirement would go big and go home.
Yes, I suppose it would. Anyway, so we've got our daughter coming back from Los Angeles. My son and my other daughter live in Leeds, and then I've got one who lives in Lewisham, in an area that you could possibly afford.
And who cooks the turkey?
My wife does all that.
Do you carve it, Martin?
No, it's not bollocks. That's just a bit of bollocks theatre, that, isn't it?
And what about says Martin Kelner?
Yeah, my wife is a bit of a control freak. So if I were to say, "Oh, you're doing that all wrong," you're doing that wrong. You're definitely doing that. So I do this podcast. It's the only thing I can do that she's not behind me saying I'm doing it wrong, which I probably am.
She could be, for all you know. No.
Anyway, this is...
Anyway, we're meandering. Let's get to the point.
We are meandering. The point is, if you're watching Sky TV, I watch a lot of Sky Television, obviously, Sky News, because my daughter's on it.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Sky News every morning. Wake up, switch on Sky News.
Every morning? That can't be good for your mental health.
No, it's not good for your mental health at all. So I switch on Sky News, and in every ad break, there's an advert for some sort of charity. So you've got the Salvation Army, and they're looking after people. Send us £29 and we'll give someone a bed for the night and look after them, blah, blah, blah. Christian Aid, they'll go to Gaza and Sudan and wherever trouble spots are, so they go out there and do that. Clean water, there's people drinking dirty water and
we've got your point.
Babies are dying. And then you've got the one with the cleft palates. the children who grow up with birth defects.
Yes.
So, what they're asking us to do, those of us countries, choose. Do we want to fuck over the people who are sleeping rough in the UK and neglect the Salvation Army? And you have to do it's a balancing act between Christian Aid, the clean water people. I actually give to the clean water people, but well, I've been giving for a long time, but just can't work out how to unsubscribe.
Exactly.
So I give to about 4.
That's not called giving. No. That's there's got to be a new verb for that. You're almost being press ganged. What is the verb for? Yeah, I give to. Well, I can't unsubscribe from giving to charity.
Well,
that's not that Christian, is it?
It's sort of technical
Christian
failure. At all.
Although the end effect is the same. So, is it really any less Christian to do it through your own ineptitude rather than through? It all comes down to intention. You unintentionally give money to charity. That's what you are. Do you give to? Yeah, I'm an unintentional donor.
There are moments when you wish you had Matthew Syed here, because that is the sort of question that he would address. The fact that
I think I've just addressed it rather neatly, haven't I? I don't think his brain would ever even begin to think about unintentional giving.
We'll leave that to it. But I contribute to 4 charities.
4? Okay.
Yes, 4 charities. Shelter.
Could you any chance of making it 5, Martin, and your podcast partner? I can do a little. Do you want me to do a little 30-second advert? So it start off with something nice and colourful. And it starts off with sepia footage of me in my flat, talking to estate agents, finding life problematic, but then it all becomes happy because you've helped me.
Yes, all right. Well, okay, I'll bear that.
Give me your quartet. So these are the 4 charities that you haven't got the tech smarts to unsubscribe to.
Water Aid, Amnesty, Shelter, and the DEC, the Disasters Emergency Committee. Basically, the reason I'm giving to those charities is that I saw the advert, and I can see why advertising works.
It does.
Because the only reason I'm contributing, I was sitting there, and obviously they try and lay a guilt trip on you, man.
Sure.
As we used to say in the hippie era. So they're laying a guilt trip on you, and you're buying it. And,
that's the least convincing rendition of the hippie era I've heard for a long time. You didn't even call it the man. It's man. And okay. So these are the 4 that hit you at a particular moment when you were feeling flush.
Yes, correct.
And you went, well, okay. What are you covering? Shelter. So it's house, water. They're good, yeah.
Oh,
and then you've also got disasters because Martha might end up getting involved in one because she keeps covering them.
Yes, and Amnesty is because
you're a good bloke.
No, it's because a friend of mine, his girlfriend at the time, talked to me about Amnesty, and it was very good what they were doing. But that wasn't. No, that was the only one that wasn't a TV ad.
So have you hit your limit on TV ads?
Yeah, I've hit my limit now.
So you just watch them and you think
I can't watch them, and
so
and then
what do you do?
You get the donkey ads. Not
the donkey
now.
ads. The donkey ad is a cracker.
Yeah, coming up towards Christmas, you don't get the donkey ads because they know that Christmas you're not going to give to the donkeys.
Well, the donkeys play quite a big role at Christmas, don't they?
Well, yes, but...
So we're talking forgotten donkeys, not celebrity donkeys.
Not celebrity donkeys. No, we're talking about these donkeys that are piled, they're piled up with things to carry and... those donkeys.
Those donkeys.
Yeah.
Working donkeys.
So I'm watching charity ads on Sky News, and I watched It's a Wonderful Life again. I watch it every Christmas, so I thought I'd watch it again.
It's still quite a long time till Christmas. It's 2 weeks till Christmas, Martin. You've gone a bit early there.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get it out of the way. And also...
You're going to leave yourself with a shortage of things to do on the actual day. You'll be back to the charity ads. Are they different on Christmas?
But yeah, it's asking you to make a choice, basically, is my point on that. But It's a Wonderful Life. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
You've never seen it?
No, I've got the drift. I sort of know what happens. Jimmy Stewart, we all love Jimmy Stewart. I must have seen it.
You must have done. It's impossible to get to your age without having watched It's a Wonderful Life.
I've just proven that it's not impossible. It's not on my CV. 61 and still managed to avoid watching It's a Wonderful Life. I'm sure it's lovely. I like Jimmy Stewart. You know what I need, Martin? I've watched quite a few box sets in the last month. although they've all merged into one sort of blancmange of box set.
When you say box set, do you mean streaming programs?
Are they called box? No, yes, whatever.
Well, people do call them box sets, even though there's no box and there's no set. But it's, you know,
things that come on your telly and automatically move on to the next episode.
That's the one, yes.
They're the one. What's the term for that?
Yeah, my wife watches a lot of that. I don't watch any of those.
You don't watch any of them?
Yeah, so tell me what you watched.
But what, because they haven't got any adverts for charities in them.
No.
They're missing a market. Well, okay, I watched the one with Claire Danes from Homeland about the thriller writer who's blocked until a murderer moves next door.
Oh, what's that called?
You see, this is where I'm very poor on this programme. Because not only can I barely remember what happened in the programme, I certainly can't remember...
I think my wife would probably know.
She would know. This is why we need Janet standing behind you, so you
So
don't want
you're
to
doing it all
carve it
wrong.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And then I watched the one with the woman from Succession whose kid goes missing.
Ah, yes. I was told that I wouldn't enjoy that. I wanted to watch it because I liked her in Succession.
Sarah Snook, isn't it? We've got
Sarah
a name
Snook, she's Australian. Yeah, the one you're thinking of is The Beast in Me. Yeah, my wife watched that as well. That's supposed to be good. That's supposed to be better. If I was going to watch one of these box sets, The Beast in Me, better
You know,
than
Martin, my advice is I think I'd stick to the charity adverts.
Yeah, well,
They're shorter, but then that's the problem. You see, they all start off well. The first two episodes. Episode 1's always great, yeah.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Episode 2's fine, and then you're just in the mulch of episodes 2 to it could be 6, 8, 10,
Yeah.
50, yeah. And it starts moving very slowly, and you just want to finish it.
Precisely. That's
It's
why I
like
never
books. So
watch any
this
of
was
these
like
things.
book. Yeah, and I think you're right. I think we should listen to the way of Martin.
Yes.
It's like a book, a sort of slightly crap thriller that you start off and you don't really want to read it, but you need some entertainment. You need to take your noggin out of itself. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you think, shall I finish it? And if a third of the way through you're thinking, shall I finish this? You will always regret finishing that book.
I think we've hit something there. I mean,
They never kick on from the 5th episode. It's very rare that they go, oh, it had a little slow period and then it got better.
most of them would be a decent sort of 2-hour film, wouldn't they? I mean, most of those things are decent.
We are sounding like, but I did watch something which was very, very good in preparation. Like you're preparing for, well, you've gone early by watching It's a Wonderful Life for 2 weeks before Christmas. But I watched The Night Manager.
The Night Manager, right? I know that's Hiddleston, isn't it?
It's Hiddleston and the other one. They're both TH. What is it? The Rev.
Oh, the Rev, Tom Hollander.
Yeah, so it's Hiddleston and Hollander. Tom Hiddleston and Tom Hollander and Hugh Laurie.
Oh, it's a good cast.
And I was Hugh Laurie's fag.
I think you've told me this before. This is at Eton.
It may have been there. I've plead the fifth on that.
You were his fag at Eton. I remember. I think you told me that story. He didn't mistreat you, did he?
He didn't believe in fagging.
No.
So it'd be like being someone's slave in a country that had abolished slavery.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so bad at all. There was no sitting on toilet seats to warm them up and making the toast and all that. And running. So fagging was it was sort of...
Did fags have to do that? Sit on somebody's toilet seat to warm
Not
it
in
up?
my time. It depended on your house. You know, different houses, different rules.
See, I prefer a cold toilet seat.
Do you?
Yeah. I would
I'm with you on that, actually.
Yeah. I mean, if
The
you're...
warm toilet seat, you're thinking germs, aren't you?
Yeah, you're thinking somebody else's arse. It's not ideal, is it? No, I'm with you on that.
Let's not go there.
No, let's not go there.
What a great name for your autobiography. Somebody else's arse. Anyhow, where were we? Yes.
I went to the cinema. So you see, I'm still sticking with the cinema.
You've interrupted my anecdote, but you go
Oh,
on.
well, no, please. Is this a fagging anecdote? An eating anecdote? Yeah, well, go ahead.
I don't think I've done it on the Piss Poor podcast.
No.
So it was quite clever, because they invented text messaging before the Scandinavians did. So the whole thing about fagging is you would give a message to your fag and tell him to give it to another boy in another house, wait for his reply, and then come back again. So they were effectively texting each other.
But it was
very heavy on manpower.
Yeah. Yeah, precisely.
And there were no emojis in those days.
No. So do you think that the fagging system these days at Eton, which I presume...
No idea. I don't think it... I think they...
Well, they would use mobile phones. You know,
Yeah,
come
again,
and sit on my toilet
fags
seat.
are a victim of technology. It's another... They're like
Do you think
the new-
fagging's finished at Eton?
I imagine it has been supplanted by the tech, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why send a boy when when you could just hit a button? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
well,
you were talking. Sorry, you interrupted my anecdote, and in so doing, I interrupted your anecdote to finish my anecdote.
Yes. Well, there wasn't an anecdote. This was.
You went to the
complying-
cinema. You went out
I went out to a cinema
on your own, or
on my own to
do
see.
you like watching films on your own?
Yeah, I do actually. I do. And there's a genre of film that I particularly like.
One where you get a warm seat. When you go.
Nice seats actually, and I like going in the middle of the day as well. You know, especially
you've got to
I'm
kill time. Yeah.
micro-retired. I think I've watched enough Pointless this week, so I'll go out to the cinema. And I saw Blue Moon. Excellent.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
haven't even heard of that one.
Well, it's the story of Lawrence Hart. Now, you're a classical music fan, so you're not as into the golden age of American songwriting.
Rodgers and I love Oklahoma. Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Rodgers and Hammerstein, that's the whole point. The film is set on the opening night of Oklahoma. Or, as Lawrence Hart called it, Oklahoma. He said, all those cowboys and the twirling lassos, Oklahoma. So the point about it is it was a film about disappointment. It was a film about non-fulfillment, if you like. Because
Crikey, let's not go there.
yeah, well, this is why it appealed to me. Richard Rodgers and Lawrence Hart, they were a fantastic songwriting team through the 1930s, 40s. In the United States, they wrote "The Lady Is a Tramp," "I Get Too Hungry," that one.
Yeah, keep going.
They wrote "Blue Moon."
Man City fans.
Yes, they wrote it especially for Man City. No, so they wrote "Blue Moon," which was his biggest. It was the biggest hit for Rodgers and Hart. But then Hart was a bit of a drunk, and he was a bit unreliable. He was a lot very unreliable.
How unreliable?
How unreliable? He just didn't turn up when they were supposed to be writing a musical. And
It's not necessarily unreliable. He didn't send a fag along with it.
he didn't send a fag along, but he had a problem with alcohol. He had a major problem with alcohol and cigars. He used to. Richard Rodgers.
I've given up cigars. Are they? Can you have a problem with cigars? What's the problem with cigars?
Well, the problem with cigars is that when they were trying to write a new musical, he would have to go around this is in the film. Richard Rodgers says, "I would have to go around all the cigar stores of New York looking for you." So he was very.
So his problem was that he smoked cigars in cigar stores rather than at work. There was no anti-smoking them.
No, it was not anti-smoking. No, it was quite everybody. I mean,
of
Groucho.
course.
Yeah, everybody smoked in those days.
So what's the cigar problem?
Well, the cigar problem is just that it's the not turning up problem. It's not a cigar problem, but he just Richard Rodgers in the movie says that I think it was fed up looking for which cigar store you happened to be in that morning, etc. Or he never turned up.
So was that the origin of the phrase "close but no cigar"?
I don't think it was, but yeah, so it was great. But basically, Richard Rodgers, who wrote the music, Lawrence Hart wrote the lyrics. Richard Rodgers got fed up, so they brought in one of them where Lawrence Hart wasn't quite up to it. They brought in Oscar Hammerstein II. Who was a big bloke. Lawrence Hart was a small
Didn't
bloke.
smoke. Oh, so the little cigar smoker gets squished.
He got squished, really. And then on the opening night of Oklahoma, which is the biggest success that Richard Rodgers has ever had.
That's great. I've seen it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Whip crack away. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
No, that's Calamity Jane, Whip Crack Away. You're a Radio 3 man. Don't start trying to...
What's Oklahoma? What's the big song in Oklahoma?
The big song in Oklahoma is Oklahoma.
Oh, my...
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning. A lot of big songs in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, the lyrics were written by Oscar Hammerstein II, not Lawrence Hart. But he's in this He's in Sardi's in New York.
Okay, yeah.
The famous cocktail bar, Sardi's.
Yeah.
So he's there, and it's the night Oklahoma is opening. He goes to the opening, but he walks out halfway through in a sort of... so he's bitter. So there's a lot of bitterness in it.
How much? I can see why you love this movie.
Yeah.
How much... Had he written any of the lyrics for it?
No, he didn't. The lyrics were all written by Oscar Hammerstein II. So it started off Rodgers and Hart. They were the big...
Exactly. They were the guys.
They were the guys.
The talk of the town.
Talk of the town. And the thing about Lawrence Hart is that his lyrics were witty. He was a witty bloke, but it was a biting...
Lots of cigar smokers are very funny.
Yes, it was...
Orson Welles.
Groucho Marx, yeah.
Groucho Marx.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He was the funniest.
Can we think of a cigar smoker? Did they have cigar smoke of the year like they have beard of the year?
I think they did. At once it'd be
Was it
something
Clement
like
Freud?
Clement Freud.
There's someone you want to erase from your trophy.
Yes. Have you met? Did you ever meet Clement Freud?
I didn't ever meet. He's one of the few Freuds I haven't met.
Zygmunt? Did he give you a once over?
Well, his acolytes have on many occasions. Yeah, let's not go there. 3 top musicals then, Martin. What's your 3 favourite?
West Side Story. Blimey now. Wow, throwing this away. South Pacific. There's nothing like a dame. And...
you see, for me, it's a choice between 2.
Oh, Cabaret.
Cabaret's great. Yeah,
Cabaret. All that jazz, actually. All that jazz. Cabaret. West Side Story.
I've got two top ones. Fighting for Gold. Guys and Dolls.
That's another good one. Love it.
And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Guys
and Dolls. That some of the P.G. Wodehouse wrote some of the lyrics.
Yeah, Ian Fleming wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, didn't they?
Yeah, I think Wodehouse is funnier than Fleming.
Yes, he is. Wodehouse wrote. I mean, he was prolific.
Yeah. Oh.
Pelham Grenville, he was the best.
Pelham Grenville, he sounds like an English cricketer, doesn't he? It's a mishmash of some amateur captain who shouldn't be in the team for whatever.
Speaking of people who shouldn't be in the team, have you been watching the Ashes? Have you been up at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I had a weird Ashes routine. I'd wake up after lunch. Or it wasn't lunch because it was tea or whatever it was. Put it on and it would say... And Smith is coming out to bat, and I think I'm hallucinating. But no, indeed, it was him coming out to bat. And then sort of watch with my eyes shut, mainly because I was half asleep. So you listen to the commentary, which is pretty rubbish.
Yes, TNT, they spent all this money and they didn't bother doing it properly.
Yeah, and it's a sort of weird. I remember as a kid listening to Ashes series on a little radio I had on my wrist. You know, you could get wrist radios. Do you remember them?
You get the ones in the shower as well.
Can you?
Yeah, well, you could. You know, when radio was a big thing.
And it was very exciting listening to the cricket from Australia. But this time, less so, really.
Is it just because they've been so bad? You know, sticking to baseball and all that. Have they got a chance of recovering? I'm not a huge cricket fan, but have they got a chance of recovering?
No.
Out of the question.
I don't know. I've just got to get an Amazon delivery. Hang on a minute, Martin. That's
staying in.
Hello?
What have you had delivered?
Another lager.
Is it a lager? Seriously, do you buy your drink?
I buy them one by one from Amazon, yeah. No, but I can't. My lead to my headphones doesn't go far enough to the fridge.
Right. So it's not an Amazon delivery at all.
No, that was a white lie, Martin.
White lie. That's not delivery. I wasn't going to
Lawrence Hart would have said, I'm just getting an Amazon delivery as he shimmied off to the cigar store.
Yeah, exactly, he would. We mentioned that the cricket is on TNT and they're making a bit of a bollocks of it all. But, yeah, is that a fair comment?
I don't know. It's odd because...
Is Michael Vaughan doing some of the commentary out there?
He gives me the heebie-jeebies. The thing is, I'm sort of listening... I should probably put it on the radio. Because that's more of... If you're going to be watching cricket, eyes wide shut or shut, whatever, yeah? Radio is better than television, right?
Yes.
But because television commentary, the days of Richie Benaud, silence is gold... I won't you can do the Richie Benham accent. You know, you don't explain what's going on that everyone can see. Yeah.
Cricket.
Of course,
I like
modern
cricket.
commentators do just talk all the time and do explain what you can see, which helps the person who's actually lying asleep, not watching the TV broadcast. It's a very small niche audience.
Yes, it is, but you're in it.
But that is the niche I occupy, or the niche.
But every because so many different platforms are bidding for sports rights. Paramount have now got some football. Yeah. Those dodgy Fire Sticks, which I'm assuming you've got one.
No. I pay my subscriptions because, like you, I'm so unintentionally giving to a whole, not to charities, but to horrible media organisations because I haven't got the tech skills to disengage.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who have. It's getting more and more popular.
Do you have a Fire Stick?
I haven't got one. No, I get a free subscription to Disney Plus, which means that I can get all these. They keep revisiting old Beatles stuff, so I can watch all the Beatles stuff. I know you're not a fan of popular music, are you? Really? Well, much. I mean, you put Radio 3. Is it Radio 3 or Classic FM you like?
No, Radio 3. Even that, okay, a bit.
Is it too mainstream for you?
It's not too. It's got a bit chatty.
So you're a lawyer. Well,
yes.
I mean, you're a barrister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, I was reading something about these legal thrillers that are so popular, like John Grisham. Those things, The Client.
Okay.
And things.
Yeah, those are exactly the kind of books that I regret reading, but there are some which are good. I'm quite shit hot on legal thrillers, which ones to read. Yeah, okay.
Right, well, The Client...
But you're going to give me a recommendation. I need a book or a box set. You can't give me a box set. I can't be asked to go to a movie.
I'm reading Cormac McCarthy, No Country for Old Men, at the moment, which is good.
That's a film I could watch again.
Yeah, it was a good film. And but I've never read the book, so I thought I'd read it. So that's what I'm reading at the moment.
Anyhow, you're tangentialising, Martin.
Yes,
where were you?
Legal thrillers.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that that legalese is just like a sort of language of its own, and it's sort of taken over? I've just been, the point being that people like John Grisham, they're lawyers. So probably you're better off watching the movie of The Client or any sort of legal thriller written by a lawyer, because they're not masters of the English language. And I thought you as a lawyer, you're a bit of both. You're a lawyer, and of course you're a master of the English language.
This is getting better and better.
Anybody who read The Observer during the 1950s or whatever it was you were there would
days of Lord Astor.
Would agree. Yeah, fantastic. The other thing
I like a good legal thriller. I like reading about the courts or the cut and thrust of the courtroom.
Now that
Scott Turo's quite good.
Yeah. Now that newspapers are going to hell in a handbasket, do you maybe think to yourself, maybe I'll go back to the law? No?
Well, there are two bits to that question.
Yeah.
It may not be entirely in my hands.
Have you been to Toby Inskip's Christmas market? It's just off Tottenham Court Road.
No.
Have you heard of Toby Inskip?
I don't know who Toby Inskip. I've never been to a Christmas market. The Germans seem to be big in Christmas markets.
They are.
Don't they? And there was always you watch a lot of breaking news. You watch Sky News on a loop, but there would always be a terrorist attack in a Christmas market in Germany, probably about this time of year, but the next week.
There has
if you could bet on such stuff.
I think I don't think you're allowed to bet on. They don't have a book, because there is an old joke, isn't there, that I bet on when the Queen Mother would die, and I got it absolutely spot on. Somebody says, "Wow, well done." I got nothing for it though. Having a double with Arthur Askew. So
I've never heard that joke. It doesn't even. Arthur Askew must have died way before the Queen Mother.
Yeah,
is that the joke?
Pick the wrong. No, I just picked the wrong.
I don't understand
you need to pick
that joke.
Yeah,
that joke makes no. That joke needs a bit of work.
Yes,
if I was Lawrence Hart, I would say to Hammerstein, big fat Hammerstein, who's come and nicked my job just because I went out for a cheeky cigar and a pint.
Yeah,
I would say work on that one.
Yes, wasn't a pint that he had. He had little What were the drinks? There were sort of little bourbons, that sort of thing, but shots.
He could have had a pint of bourbon.
Yeah, well, I think overall he probably did. He probably did. Anyway, yeah, I thought you might have been there because it's just off Tottenham Court Road, and it's been getting very bad reviews. But he's what you call an influencer.
Whose review? What the hell are you? I'm fascinated. Keep going. I'm genuinely intrigued.
Toby Inskip is an influencer. He's got, unlike this, he's got millions of people watching.
There's no
and listening
justice,
to
Martin, particularly not in the East Anglian family courts when I'm appearing, but no matter.
Right. Yeah, so he's basically this influencer. He does this thing called Eating with Todd, which is all about fancy food, basically.
Okay.
Fancy
What
snacks.
but what do you mean by fancy food? Because you're not a fancy food man.
No, I'm not.
Okay, what would you call fancy?
Well, I went to a restaurant the other day, and somebody came
You've been
over.
living the high life, movies, restaurants.
This is my Christmas dinner with my chums, my radio chums. So we were at this moan
Was that
about
well
this,
attended? Was that well attended?
Well, it was just four of us.
Okay,
It was myself.
higher than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, myself, Larry and Paul, and Stephanie Hurst. So
Okay. Where did you go?
We went to a place called the Kerala Canteen.
What time do you go? 5:30. Because you eat very early as well, don't you?
Oh, you mean in Yorkshire? This is a stereotype. I haven't had anything to eat yet.
I know,
So
it's
I'm
showing.
gonna
You're
keep-
falling apart. But you tended, when you say let's go out for a meal, it's 5:36. When
No,
I'm thinking
I'm
10
more
o'clock.
No,
I live a
6:30 or
Mediterranean
so.
lifestyle. Okay,
Yes.
6:30, still very
7,
early.
This was 7 o'clock anyway.
Yeah.
These days, an Indian restaurant, what we used to call an Indian restaurant or a curry house, isn't that anymore. Even Veeraswamy, the oldest one in Britain, has just been sold to some property developing firm. Whatever. These property developing firms, they're buying up everything. The Curzon, beautiful Curzon.
So
cinema.
scroll forward just a few years, yeah, and you're having your Christmas lunch, and you're looking at the menu.
I wasn't even looking at the menu. The point I was going to make
Were you
was...
ordered blind?
No, I let the others order, basically.
Oh, they just...
Yeah, because there was a small plate. Oh, we ought to have a place of that, we ought to have a place of that, we ought to have a place of that, we ought to have a place of that. So, yeah, it was nice. But when I say fancy food, I mean any restaurant where somebody comes to you, have you been here before? And you say no, and they say, well, let me talk you through what we do. So we do small plates, then we do a bowl, and you can get this and you can get that. And the description is always more, there was a cheese, it was paneer, so there was a bit of that, but the description was went on for 4 lines. That's what I mean by fancy food. Fish, chips and peas, that's what I like to be reductive. Are you drinking your lager now, aren't you?
I'm just thinking fish, chips and peas.
Yeah, lovely. Fish, chips and peas, food of the gods.
Mushy peas?
I love mushy peas.
Do you?
Yeah, I love them.
I like petit pois.
Oh, petit pois.
Yeah, I like petit pois.
Petit pois, yeah, I like those.
I like a crunch of a pea. It's Peter Mandelson who thought it was guacamole, wasn't it?
Well, I think that's one of those things like the Chelsea shirt and David Miller.
Yeah, I think that was Max Clifford,
made up by Max
He's good
Clifford.
at making things up. Where is Max Clifford now? Is he dead?
He's very much dead. Yes, you don't keep... See, as somebody like you who reads newspapers, I thought you'd know... Do you still get a couple of newspapers every day?
No.
No, you're not getting papers anymore.
No, I feel guilty about it, but no.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because at the Oldie Literary Lunch, the
you there
Oldie
too?
magazine. No, I wasn't
Was
invited.
that fish, chips and peas?
No, but Lady
Or was
Glen,
it just purely liquid food?
Lady Glenconnor, 93.
Oh, God, she wrote a terrible diary about how much she loved Princess Margaret.
Yeah, well, she takes 2 newspapers. She always takes a tabloid and a broadsheet with the
good on
2 serving different purposes. I read the tabloid for all the fun and gossip, she said.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough.
And I read the broadsheet because I need to find out who's died. And I very much like that. I like to, the first thing I look at in the Times, I get a newspaper every day, and the first thing I look
It's
at
the obituaries.
in the Times is the obituaries.
I've reached that stage of life. I've grown up enough to do that.
Yeah.
But I just do it online.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that. So you've got a Times subscription, or I bet you'd steal it from The Guardian. But you gave them the best years of your life, didn't you? The Guardian and the Observer. So you're entitled to it.
John Inskip, or your man in Tottenham Court Road, back to him. What the hell was he up to?
Tell me, well, what he's up to is getting millions of people watching him cook. And I suppose they watch it. I've never seen it myself. But
that's not going to happen in Wakefield because you're not allowed to cook. It'd be watching you watch someone else
my wife telling me what I'm doing wrong. Hang on. Toby Inskip, hang on.
Toby Inskip, yeah.
So he's got this Christmas market in just off Tottenham Court Road. You probably know exactly where it is. Near the Goodge Street tube station.
Yeah, I was there. I go past that all the time. Right,
well,
okay.
Were you tempted to have a Christmas quacker?
I didn't even know it was happening. This is why I'm bemused.
It's a duck wrap, and it'll cost you £13.50. Or if you want a Frankfurter sausage, it's 14 quid. So people have been moaning about the prices, but everything's 14 quid these days, isn't it?
Is everything 14 quid?
More or less. Nothing's a fiver anymore.
But even with your club card at Tesco Express?
Well, you could get a sandwich for a 4 quid, but they're terrible sandwiches. They're always too cold.
You like a hot sandwich? It's a good point, actually. In winter,
I like
yeah?
it.
In winter, and as I'm approaching your venerable age, yeah?
Yes.
You sort of feel you need something warm to get you through the day, don't you?
Precisely.
And a Tesco meal deal, there's nothing warm in that.
No, there's nothing.
So how do you cope with that thing of hot food at lunchtime?
You can't. I mean, you have to sit down and go into a restaurant. I'll tell you what else has gone up. Speed awareness courses. They now, last time I went on one, it was about 80 quid. They're now about 100 quid.
That's only gone up 25% then.
Yeah, that's true. But I was doing 35 in a 30 zone.
Were you? I'm amazed you're still allowed to drive, but we'll let that pass.
Who's still allowed to drive?
You are. I mean, I don't drive anymore.
No, I barely drive, but I was doing 35. And it was a zone that should be 40. Do you know what I mean? It was a dual carriageway. There were no houses there. There was no chance of knocking down a kid. All that stuff. They say, 35, it'll take that. You'll knock down. Because I've been on these speed awareness courses. So
you're a regular there. They know you.
Well, I haven't been on for ages because I barely drive, and I certainly never speed.
Where are you driving to, Martin?
I was driving to see my old mate, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm driving along, 35 miles an hour, and I must have just been following it's a revenue-raising exercise, as we know. So they must have done everybody who was driving along this little stretch of dual carriageway going into Leeds. So within seconds, I was getting a bloody notice that, because it's all done automatically. And then I identified myself as the driver of the car and everything. And a day later, next post, I get this thing saying you either pay 100 quid and get 3 points, or you pay 100 quid and go on a speed awareness course. So I opted for the
3 points for you at West Ham. You don't take that any day of the week.
Yeah, boom, absolutely. Boom, boom. 3 more points. Chelsea could do with 3 points.
Let's not go there.
Good chance of getting into Europe. Anyway, so I thought, well, I'll phone them up and say this is outrageous. And but of course you can't phone anybody. What you get is a message and various options. But I was phoning up primarily to congratulate them on the speed with which they managed their speed, which they managed to bloody nail.
It was quicker than yours.
They
were travelling at 45 mph. Okay.
Precisely. I said, just wanted to say, within 3 days, they'd got me for speeding. It took them 25 fucking years to get the Ripper, but in 3 days.
That's a good defence. I could go back into the law fighting that one. Let's get a court. Let's make it a cause celebre. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well,
is Chitty Bang Bang a musical?
Well, there's a couple of songs in it, isn't there?
There are lots of songs in it, but if something...
I don't count that as a musical. By the way, I forgot the MGM musical, Singing in the Rain on the Town. They're 2 brilliant musicals as well. So it's difficult to, I went for the big ones, Cabaret, all that jazz.
I know, but I'm just thinking, if something comes out as a movie first before it goes on stage, can it be called a musical?
I suppose it can these days. It's all very fluid, isn't it? And a lot of the musicals and things you see... You remember my musical, Escape to Victory, which is just going to be called...
I think I wrote that with you.
Escape with an exclamation.
No, that was my idea. That was my idea to call it that.
It was the exclamation mark I'll give you was your writing. You're sounding like Lorenz Hart now.
I feel like Lorenz Hart. I may even go and watch the movie. Yeah.
Oh, you should, Will. You'd love it. And you'd know why I loved it so much. Because there's so much rancor in it. And you know me, rancor. A lot of people have said that, complete rancor. So you'd enjoy it. You'd really enjoy it. Look, as said,
the referee's a rancor has a quite whatever.
Now, well, as you were saying earlier, we in Yorkshire do like to eat early.
I assumed you'd eaten before you came on.
No, it's 7:10.
And you're flailing a bit now.
It's 7:10, and
what are you eating tonight, Martin?
Do you know what? My wife has a pie in the oven for me.
A pie in the oven? What kind of euphemism is that?
No, it really is a pie in the oven. It really is a steak pie from a local butcher's.
Oh, you're living the high life. No wonder you go for your pension like a dose of salts.
Yeah, don't go there, as you would say. So that'll do it for this one. It's always a pleasure, Will.
I'm glad to be back, Martin.
We'll talk again soon.
I hope so.
All right. Cheers, Will.
Bye. Enjoy your steak pie.
Thank you.
Pie in the oven.
You've been listening to Screen Break with Martin Kelner and Will Buckley. Leave Martin and Will a review or rating, and please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. You can use the hashtag ScreenBreak to talk about the show on socials, and for exclusive content, head to martinkellner.substack.com.